how to fix our broken immigration system, a debate we've been having for 3 weeks here on the Senate floor, for 7 months among the Gang of Eight, and for decades in this nation. I want to profoundly thank my colleagues in the Gang of Eight. I'll have more to say about each of them after we vote, and all of my staff who did such a great job. Madam President, when I look out my window from my home in Brooklyn, I see the torch of Lady Liberty shining brightly. And I can see and feel the promise of America, the covenant of America. You see, there's an unwritten covenant between America and those who emigrate here. It says if you come here with a dream, with a will to work hard, follow the rules and contribute, we'll give you a chance to become an American, and in the process to make America a better place than it was before you got here. In choosing this country, whether it's my friend Marco Rubio's parents from Cuba or my grandparents and great-grandparents who fled persecution from Europe, immigrants bring an appreciation for the choices and opportunities that are unique to America. They often love America even more than native-born Americans, and we sometimes take that appreciation for granted. It's therefore not a surprise, Madam President, that CBO says this bill will grow our economy by 3.3% over the next 10 years and 5.4% over the next 20. CBO has simply enumerated a concept that many of us already knew. Immigrants have always been the greatest engine of economic growth, innovation, and renewal that this country has ever known. There is no greater economic engine than the long hours immigrants work with no complaint for the chance to achieve economic stability and prosperity for themselves and their families. According to CBO, it's a far greater engine for economic growth than any spending program that Democrats might traditionally propose or any tax cut Republicans might traditionally propose. Whether it's highly skilled immigrants inventing new technologies or lower skilled immigrants toiling in our fields or all those in between, immigrants have been an essential component to our American success story. To reject this basic truth in this vote today would be a direct rebuke to the lady who shines so brightly in New York's harbor. But just like today, our history has had many other instances where the fate of the American covenant with our immigrants has been tested. And in the end, it has always survived, stronger than it was before. It survived because all of us know that if America is to remain the greatest nation in the world, a beacon of hope and freedom for all to aspire to, we must always live up to the covenant that is represented by the great lady in the harbor. And this bill is our best chance and maybe our last chance to maintain that covenant through the next generation of Americans and to maintain the greatness of America. This bill includes input from almost every member of this body. I can't think of two more vocal critics of the bill than the senators from Alabama and Iowa, but even they have amended this bill in multiple places to make it better. And that's what makes this bill strong. That's what makes this bill good. It has garnered support from the most diverse coalition of groups any bill has ever seen. U.S. Chamber of Commerce and AFL-CIO, the faith community, including evangelicals and Catholics, the high-tech community, America's farmers and farm workers, the law enforcement community, the immigrant rights community. Now, what does this bill do? Simply put, it does three simple things. It will prevent future waves of illegal immigration. It will provide a tremendous boost for the American economy by rationalizing future legal immigration. And it will fairly and conclusively address the status of people currently here illegally. Let's look at the actual facts of what this bill does to end illegal immigration. If the bill passes, anyone who wants to try and cross the border illegally will have to get over an 18-foot steel pedestrian fence, past border agents standing every 1,000 feet apart from Brownsville to San Diego. Future waves of illegal immigration will be prevented if this bill is passed, and that's not a wish, it's not a hope, it's a fact. People have argued that we should not pass this bill because past efforts have failed to prevent illegal immigration. But let's not be so defeatist that we throw our hands up and declare we're incapable of learning, from our past mistakes. Under this logic, under their logic, the famous expression would be changed. When you fall off a bicycle, make sure you never ride a bicycle again. Finally, I don't countenance the way the 11 million undocumented immigrants living in our midst got here, but they are here now, and deporting all of them is impractical, unrealistic, and wrong to consider. Our bill will tell these individuals if they're willing to keep their end of the covenant. Their road may be harder and longer than everyone else's road, a 10-year probationary period, no benefits or assistance of any kind. But it too can end with being given the chance to earn American citizenship if they work hard and pay taxes and play by the rules. So the bill is the right thing to do from top to bottom. It has more deficit reduction than our best deficit-reducing packages. It will stimulate the economy more than any stimulus bill, and it will make our border more secure than it has ever been in our history. So now there are simply no more legitimate excuses to vote against this bill. Opponents of the bill have given 3 stated excuses for opposing the bill, each of which has been resoundingly refuted. They said the process is unfair, but it's been the most open process we have seen in a long time. They said it was going to bust the budget and take away American jobs. CBO refuted that. And finally, they said the bill won't secure the border, but we have the toughest border security and enforcement in any immigration bill ever written. Here is what a vote against this bill says. It says it would be nice to reduce the debt, but not if it helps immigrants. It would be nice to grow the economy, but not if it helps immigrants. It says it would be nice to end illegal immigration in our security, but not if it helps immigrants. Those are the 3 stated reasons. The only reason left to vote against this bill is the unstated reason: opposition to a path to citizenship for the 11 million. Make no mistake about it. The support this bill has generated here in the Senate will make it impossible to ignore. I believe the support this bill will receive today in the Senate will propel it to pass the House and be placed for signature on the President's desk by the end of the year. That's because in our hearts, we know that immigrants have always been part of the fabric of America. While there have always been people who have rejected immigrants, from the know-nothings to the exclusionists, we have always seen the better angels of our nature prevail in the end. At times like these, when our better angels are tested, to reject this bill would tear the fabric of America asunder. It would declare that America no longer seeks to be the shining city on the hill that attracts and is admired by people around the globe. Pass this bill, and let's keep the American covenant alive. Pass this bill, and let the bright torch of Lady Liberty continue to shine brightly as a beacon to those around the globe for generations to come.